These are so-called vegetative disorders. First, treatment is provided by a psychiatrist. The second part is exercise. One cannot exist without the other. They are inseparable. Friends, this exercise makes up 50% of your recovery. Approach this exercise quite carefully and cautiously. Hello friends, my name is Maxim Mamchur. As always, we are here with you on the Healthy Hands channel. And today I will show you a great topic, a great set of exercises for a feeling of dizziness. But what kind of dizziness exactly? So-called persistent postural-perceptual dizziness, also known as PPPD. What kind of dizziness is this? When you've had an ultrasound of your blood vessels, when you've had an MRI of your head, when you've had an angiography of the vessels in your head, when you've had an X-ray of your neck, basically you've checked everything possible, your thyroid gland, you've checked your heart, and everything is fine, there's absolutely nothing wrong, and you realize that after all, most likely you need to see a psychiatrist. And at the moment when you consult a psychiatrist, the psychiatrist often says these are what we call vegetative disorders, when our body truly starts to react due to some emotional overstrain and then begins to respond with symptoms like dizziness. In addition to the treatment that the psychiatrist should prescribe for you, I recommend this particular set of exercises. It will truly and directly improve your essential vestibular system. So please save these particular exercises for yourself and diligently repeat them at least 2 to 3 times a day for a period of 2 to 3 months. I warn you, approach these exercises very carefully and cautiously. If they cause severe dizziness, it's always better to consult your doctor, neurologist, or psychiatrist for proper guidance. All right, let's get started. Friends, these exercises make up 50% of your recovery. The first part is treatment by a psychiatrist. The second part is the exercises. One cannot exist without the other. Seeing a psychiatrist won't be effective enough, and just doing the exercises won't be effective enough either. My job as a physical therapist is to give you these exercises. So let's begin. The first exercise. Simply sitting in this position, we make these kinds of movements with our eyes. To the left. To the right, 1, 2, 1, 2. Perform 20 full and complete repetitions to each side, slowly and deliberately, without rushing the movement at all. We begin our count with the number 4. Following that, we have 5. Next in sequence is 6. Then comes 7. 8 is next. After 8, we encounter 9. We then transition to 10. 11 follows. 12 is next in line. Finally, we conclude this particular sequence with the number 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. My dear friends, during this particular exercise, when we carefully move our eyes from one side to the other, specifically to the left, we should consciously focus on a certain distinct object, and then to the right, we should similarly focus on another specific object. It's not just simply about moving your eyes quickly left and right, but rather it is specifically about actively focusing your gaze. 1, just 2. Next exercise. The same thing, only now I move my body up and down, while carefully keeping my torso and head in a straight, aligned position. Up, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6. I carefully focus my attention on a certain very specific point. 7, 8. My gaze is intently focused at the very top, then slowly shifting to the very bottom. 9, 10. I am meticulously counting each step, ensuring precision and complete concentration throughout this entire process. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Finished. You can rest for 5 to 10 seconds. Next exercise. I will need a pen. I extend it fully to the entire length of my arm and I focus intently on it, keeping my steady gaze fixed upon it. Everything around me, all the various objects I see around me, should become quite blurry. I focus specifically on my pen. I bring it closer to myself, then move it away to arm's length. 1, 2. 1, focusing just on the pen. We are counting from 3 to 7. Let's start with 3, then comes 4. Following that is 5. Next we have 6. And finally we reach 7. 8, a very small, very young, adorable lion cub. 10. My hand is shaking a little because I just did some physical exercise. 11, 12, basic overload. I don't drink alcohol, if anything. 13, 14, I focus on the pen. 15, 16, 17. All the objects around me seem to be in a blur. I hardly see them. 18, just a pen. 19, I focus on the subject. 20, okay. The next exercise is right here. We hold the handle and now we turn our heads. We also focus on the subject. Time. The eyes remain on the object. 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. I add a bit of speed. 5. This is the number 5. 6. Starting with the number 6, we then have 7 followed by another 7. Next, we encounter 8 and then another 8. The sequence continues with 9 and then another 9. We then reach 10 followed by another 10. Moving forward, we have 11, then 12 and another 12. Following this, we find 13 and another 13. Next in line is 14 and another 14. We then arrive at 15 and another 15. The sequence progresses to 16, then 17, 18, and finally 19. 20. That's enough. Next exercise, the same thing, but up and down. Time. 2, 3. Let's focus on the champs. On the pen. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Is that good? I'm wondering if this is satisfactory and meets all the requirements and expectations for the current task, and if it is acceptable for the video's pacing. The next exercise we're going to do is to warm up our shoulders a bit, the muscles, the shoulder, the upper arm, in order to improve blood flow to the head, as well as to activate all the receptors that stimulate our nervous system and get it working. Let's do this. We will now count, starting with 1, then 2, followed by 3, next is 4, after that comes 5, then 6, subsequently 7, then 8, next is 9, and finally 10. And now, moving forward, 1, 2, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and finally 9. Let's continue. That's enough. Next exercise. I take a ball like this and focus on it. How exactly? I carefully put it down on the floor and then I stand up with it. Put it on the floor, stand up. Everything around the ball becomes a blur for me. I actually don't see it. I focus my attention only on the ball. This kind of movement, you need to bend down, then stand up. Down, then stand up. Do 20 repetitions like this. We are now counting from 11, then moving to 12, subsequently 13, following with 14, and finally reaching 15. Continuing our count, we proceed to 16, then 17, after which comes 18, then 19, and ultimately arriving at the number 20. This extensive counting sequence should be more than sufficient for our current purposes. Next, we will proceed to repeat essentially the same exercise, but this time we will transition into a standing position. Ensure your eyes are directed fully to the sides, maintaining a steady gaze. We will count slowly and deliberately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. As a crucial reminder, it is imperative to maintain your focus intently on the specific objects you are looking at, truly observing them. We continue counting. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and finally 20. Up and down. Let's begin by counting. We have 1, a single unit, then comes 2, a pair, following that is 3, a trio. Moving on, we encounter 4, a quartet. Next up is 5, a quintet. After that, we have 6, a half dozen. Then 7, a lucky number. 8, an octet. 9, a trio of trios. 10, a complete decade. 11, one more than 10. 12, a full dozen. 13, often considered unlucky. 14, twice 7. 15, 3 times 5. 16, a perfect square. 17, a prime number. 18, 3 times 6. 19, another prime. And finally, 20, 2 full decades. I then take a pen and focus on it. We begin with the number 10. Following that, we have 11. Next in our sequence is 12. Then we proceed to 13. After 13, we count 14. Subsequently, we reach 15. Following 15, we count 16. After 16, we have 17. Then comes 18. Next up is 19. Finally, we conclude with the number 20. Okay, just to the sides now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Focus on your hand. Counting up now, we begin with 3, then 4. Moving along, we reach 5, and now we are really picking up speed, accelerating smoothly to 6, then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. We've reached a significant milestone, a clear check mark, before continuing our count with 13, followed by 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and finally 20. We have successfully counted all the way through. Up, down, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's enough. Next exercise. Again, we're working with the shoulders. We're activating the receptors we have in the cervical region. We're also improving the nourishment of our head. 10 to 15 times in each direction. You can add an exhale to make it easier for you, but if the dizziness increases, then use a gentler exhale. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Finished. Next exercise. Sit down and stand up with your eyes closed. Time. Without haste, 2, so that we don't get dizzy at all. God willing, we just won't lose. Consciousness. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. I also remind you that the back should be flat. First of all, for those who find it difficult to do it right away with their eyes closed, you can do it 10 times with your eyes open. The next 10 can be done with your eyes closed. I also remind you that your back should be straight when squatting. Not like this, but we keep it straight so as not to harm it. Next exercise. In the same way, we stand up with our eyes closed, turn in one direction, and sit down. Stand up again, then carefully turn in the other direction, and then just slowly sit down. Now let's observe it. 1, 2, very slowly. 3, 4. Always try to have some stable and readily available objects very near to you, within easy reach, so that you can quickly and effectively catch yourself with your outstretched hands if something unexpected or unforeseen happens to occur. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. For those individuals who find 10 difficult, initially start with 5 to 7 times and then gradually add to 10. Next exercise. I take a ball and gently toss it from hand to hand above my eye level, just like this, but I keep my eyes continuously focused only on the ball. 1, 2, 1, 2. All of the various objects around me are almost completely unnoticeable. I am focusing specifically on the ball. Next, do the same with the ball under your leg. 1, 2, and I focus specifically on the ball. Do it 10 times with one leg, 10 times with the other leg. The last two exercises I think are the most difficult, so be as attentive as possible, as focused as possible. Don't rush. What's the first thing we do? Ideally, again, have some objects near your hands, just in case you need to grab onto something, like a table. Stand firmly on just one leg, then gently close your eyes and simply try to maintain your balance on that single leg. I will now slowly and carefully lift my other leg and just stand there and try to balance your body steadily in position. I try to relax as much as possible so that I'm not even balancing, but just simply standing. The goal is to catch that sense of balance. Hold it for about 15 to 20 seconds and do the same on the other leg. By the way, you see, it's easier for me on the other leg. If it was too easy, you can repeat it. Again, same thing, one leg, then the other. And finally, the last exercise from all of this. We pick a straight line. For me, it's the floor. I see a straight line, then I close my eyes. And I just try to walk along the straight line, with my eyes closed all the way to the wall. I return to the starting position. Again, I close my eyes, focus on the straight line. For me, that's the floor. And you can draw one for yourself, for example, with tape, stick on a bandage, or place a mop as a guide. And then just try to walk along the straight line next to that mop. Do 10 to 15 repetitions like this. Friends, repeat this for 2 to 3 months, and I hope your dizziness will decrease significantly. It is very important to consult a specialist because it is necessary to differentiate whether your dizziness is the kind I am describing or of another nature. So subscribe to the channel if you found this helpful, leave a comment if you feel better as well, give it a like and stay healthy.